Now that we have completed the explanation of the poem A Considerable Speck by Robert Frost, let us do a few MCQs. So are you ready? For every question, you will be getting 10 seconds time to solve it. And that will exclude the reading time. So, let's start because we have 30 questions. And if you have listened to my explanation, I am sure you'll be able to answer them all. So now number 1. The title, A Considerable Speck, is an example of dash. Option A, alliteration. Option B, anaphora. Option C, oxymoron. Or option D, personification. Now, whenever you are studying a poem, you must remember all the literary terms. So this title, A Considerable Speck, what is it? What sort of a literary device? Excellent! It is an oxymoron because considerable means noteworthy, and speck means a tiny dot. So even though the speck is tiny, it is noteworthy. So because two words of opposite implications are lying side by side, it is an example of an oxymoron. Now number 2. This poem was first published in dash. Option A, Atlantic Weekly Magazine. Option B, Atlantic Monthly Magazine. Option C, Atlantic Annual Magazine. Or option D, Atlantic Daily Magazine. So where was it first printed? Correct! It was first printed in the Atlantic Monthly Magazine. Now number 3. A speck refers to a dash. Option A, mite. Option B, insect. Option C, punctuation mark. Or option D, tiny spot. Yes, it refers to a tiny spot. A speck is a dot, a tiny spot. Now number 4. The speaker saw the speck on a dash sheet of paper. Option A, faded. Option B, pink. Option C, white. Or option D, yellow. Tell me, what was the color of the paper? Yes, it was white. The speck was on a paper sheet, so white. Now number 5. Poised my pen is an example of dash. Option A, alliteration. Option B, oxymoron. Option C, anaphora. Or option D, personification. Tell me, what is it? poised my pen. Excellent! It is an alliteration because poised and pen, both the terms begin with the letter P. And what does poised mean? Poised means to balance. So he balanced his pen in a very aimless, lazy manner in the air. Number 6. The speaker had held the pen in air dash. Option A, strongly. Option B, tightly. Option C, loosely. Or option D, aimlessly. I just told you the answer. So this should be correctly answered. So tell me, how did the speaker hold the pen in air? Correct. Aimlessly. In a very lazy manner. Now number 7. To stop it. Here it refers to the dash. Option A, ink. Option B, speck. Option C, pen. Or option D, manuscript. So what is the speaker trying to stop? Aha! He is trying to stop the speck. He is trying to stop the speck with his pen. With his pen, he will make a blot of ink, a period, and he is going to stop the speck. Now number 8. Something strange is an example of dash. Option A, antithesis. Option B, polysyndeton. Option C, alliteration. Or option D, hyperbole. What is the literary part of speech? Excellent! It is indeed an alliteration because something and strange, both of them begin with the letter S. Now number 9. Initially, the speaker thought the speck was a dash. Option A, living mite. Option B, dust particle. Option C, period of ink. Or option D, dead insect. Bravo! You are right again. You are a very studious person, it seems. So initially, the speaker thought the speck was a dust particle that was blown by his breath. Number 10. Breathing blown is an example of dash. Option A, personification. Option B, metaphor. Option C, simile. Or option D, alliteration. Exquisite. It is an alliteration because see, breathing and blown, they both begin with the letter B. That is why they are an alliteration. Now number 11. The term inclinations refer to dash. Option A, movement. Option B, feelings. Option C, feet. Or option D, wings. What is the meaning of the term inclinations? Remember, the mite had inclinations it could call its own. So what is it? Correct. It is feelings. The term inclination refers to feelings, emotions. Now number 12. Initially, the mite halted with the stoppage of dash. Option A, a living mite. Option B, the speaker's finger. Option C, the speaker's breath. Or option D, the speaker's pen. So initially the mite, it faltered. It halted. Halted because of what? Right, it halted because of the stoppage of the speaker's pen. Now we will be solving the 13th question. The manuscript was wet with dash. Option A, water. Option B, the speaker's breath. Option C, the mite's movement. Or option D, the ink. So what made the manuscript wet, on which the mite was moving across? Brilliant! It was wet with the ink. Now, number 14. Loathing means dash. Option A, liking. Option B, appreciation. Option C, cunning. Or option D, disgust. Very good. Loathing means disgust, intolerance. It means dislike. Now the 15th question. The mite had either consumed or dashed the ink. Option A, felt. Option B, drank. Option C, smelt. Or option D, removed. Something had happened to the mite while it was moving on the sheet of paper. It either consumed or what the ink? Correct. It either consumed or smelled the ink with loathing, with dislike. Remember? Now number 16. The speaker handled the situation with dash. Option A, intelligence. Option B, vanity. Option C, pride. Or option D, confusion. So when the speaker saw the living mite, how did he deal with the situation? Clap, 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 clap. You are right again. The speaker handled the situation with intelligence. You are even very intelligent. What a display of your mind. Now, number 17. According to the speaker, the mite was dash. Option A, toothless. Option B, footless. Option C, without wings. Or option D, blind. Very good. According to the speaker, the mite was footless. It did not have any feet. Number 18. Cunning crept is an example of dash. Option A, personification. Option B, simile. Option C, metaphor. Or option D, alliteration. Tell me, this is very easy. We have been solving questions like this so many times. Now I don't have to give you an option for questions like this, I suppose. So what will the answer be? Yes, it is again an alliteration, because both the words begin with the letter C. Now number 19. The mite surrendered to the speaker in the dash of the sheet. Option A, right corner. Option B, left corner. Option C, middle. Or option D, the margins. So which point of the paper, which area did the mite surrender? Did it submit to the speaker? Tell me. Hooray! You got it right again. It is indeed the middle of the paper. And we too are in the middle of our quiz. So number 20. Go down means to dash. Option A, run across. Option B, move downwards. Option C, put up with something. Or option D, shrink for defense. So remember, the mite, it covered down in the middle of the paper when it was surrendering itself to the speaker. So tell, what is the meaning of cover down? Aha, you are right. Cover down means to shrink for defense. Now, number 21. The mite accorded its dash to the speaker. Option A, destiny. Option B, feet. Option C, intelligence. Option D, inclinations. So what did it surrender in the hands of the speaker? The mite, the helpless mite, the small, tiny, considerable speck. Yes, it accorded its fate, its destiny to the speaker. Now number 22. Tender than thou is an example of dash. I don't think you need the options, but still. Option A, allegory. Option B, paradox. Option C, alliteration. Or option D, oxymoron. Incredible! It is an alliteration. T. Now, 23. According to the speaker, the modern world is controlled by dash. Option A, individualism. Option B, collectivism. Option C, individual ideologies. Or option D, level of intelligence. So you have to keep in mind that we are talking about the modern world. How the modern world is controlled. So now tell me, what will the answer be? Good! According to the speaker, the modern world is controlled by collectivism. Remember the collectivistic regimenting love. That is what is controlling the modern world. Now number 24. The speaker called the dash an item. Option A, pen. Option B, mite. Option C, white sheet. Or option D, mind. Correct. It is option B, the mite. The small tiny mite has been called an item by the speaker. Now the last 5 questions, right? Let us quickly start. The mite was poor because it dash. Option A was helpless. Option B was penniless. Option C was sleepy. Or option D was microscopic. Here you have to say why the speaker feels that the mite was poor. So the mite was poor because... Why was it poor? Yes, the mite was poor because it was helpless. It had surrendered itself to the speaker. Now, number 26. The speaker hoped the mite would dash. Option A, fly. Option B, falter. Option C, sleep. Option D, both. Option B and C. Oh, my dream come true, student. The speaker hoped the mite would sleep. You are correct again. Now 27. When the speaker says, have a mind myself, he refers to dash. Option A, his own faltering. Option B, his own cowing down. Or option C, his own brain power. Or option D, his own fate. So does he falter? Does he cower down? Does he have brain power? Or does he have a fate of its own that he calls a mind myself? What will the answer be? Tell me. We are just about to end our quiz. So this one should be right. Correct! His own brain power, his mental capacity, his intelligence has been referred to as have a mind myself. Now 3, 2, 1. Number 28. The speaker could recognize the dash in any disguise. Option A, mite. Option B, manuscript. Option C, sleep. Or option D, mind. Tell me, what could the speaker recognize? I am sure you know it. He can recognize it. He can appreciate it in any disguise, in any form. So what is it? Correct, it is the mind. The speaker could recognize the mind in any disguise. Now number 29. The speaker was dashed with the mite's intelligence. Option A, jealous. Option B, pleased. Option C, sad. Or option D, displeased. So when he saw the display of mind, the mite's intelligence, what was the feeling of the speaker? Was he jealous? Was he satisfied and pleased? Was he sad? Or was he displeased? Tell me. Bravo! The speaker was pleased. He was glad with the mite's intelligence. Now the last question. Display of mind refers to dash. Option A, show of quick-wittedness. Option B, show of carelessness. Option C, show of cowardice. Or option D, show of negligence. Tell me, display your mind to me. Let's see. What an incredible mite you are. Oh, mighty king, you have won the rule. It is show of quick-wittedness. Display of mind refers to show of quick-wittedness, sharpness, alertness, intelligence. So with this, we have completed this quiz too. So you have brilliantly answered all the questions. I want you to write your score in the comment section below. And you can check out the description box for long answer solutions and explanations to this poem as well as other texts in your syllabus. And if you found this video to be useful, please subscribe to my channel. Till I meet you in my next video, happy studying English. Ta-ta!